Brickyard 5787. Turn next taxiway. Brickyard 5787. Contact ground on 121.9er.
I just realized that my volume wasn't on. There we go. Alright, anyway, so here we are at Logan Airport. We're about to take off and go and explore Boston, then Providence, and hopefully go down the coast to New York. We're going to explore some scenery packs and see how they look. Boston, New York, whatever. I think I am ready to go. Just pull out my EFB a little closer. We are at Logan. The city's over this way. We'll definitely want to make sure we check out Fenway Park. There it is. Okay, and then some of the surrounding area before we head down to Providence, which is... let me zoom back a little more down this way here. There we go. Providence, and so on and so forth. Alright. Well, let's get started. Here we go. Like I said, if any... oh, I don't know if it actually came through. If anybody has anywhere or anything that they'd like to see, speak up. And I'll definitely get on over there. All right, let's see how we can do. So here we are up in the air. Sounds like there's somebody coming right in on us. We'll watch them come down underneath us. There they go. All right. So here we are at Logan. Let's head on over to the city. Actually, I do want to change the weather. It is extremely cloudy, stormy, rainy, whatever up this way in real life today. So we're just going to go ahead and turn off the live weather. This will do. There we go. All right. All right, let's head on over.
Llama 1 Romeo Alpha, Whiskey 5810 is type. 1 miles east of Mike Alpha 17, 1,100 feet. Request flight.
We change the time of day just a little bit too, though. If you watch me, you know I like to fiddle with this, maybe a little bit too much, but there we go.
Squawk 2711. Llama 1 Romeo Alpha, Whiskey.
So I'll leave the things up so you can see what we're flying over. Excuse me. Hopefully I don't lose my my voice, but this says that we're coming up on the Boston Harbor Seaplane Base. Boston Harbor, wow, well, what do you know from your history about the Boston Harbor? The Boston Tea Party, of course. And I believe we've got some pretty neat ships in the area that we can kind of check out. I can't tell you for sure if this or another one is a replica. Oh, please don't freeze. Okay. Whoop. Ooh, just sneezed. But the Boston Tea Party, of course, took place right here. Helped in starting the revolution. Lots of history in the area. We've got another ship over this way. We'll go check that one out as well. The scenery definitely looks nice. And this is on Xbox too. So here, get a nice look at the coast over this way here. We'll try to turn slowly anyway. Give you a little view. If we see any roofs that we can land on, we'll give them a shot. Please don't freeze. Don't freeze on me there, Microsoft. Don't you dare. Alright. I think we should head over to the Boston Common. So we'll make our way, meander that way. Let's go take a little bit, nice slow gander at all this area. This is very, very awesome looking. I don't remember what building this is, but it looks very pretty and it looks old. It looks historic. So we'll just come on in slow. Let's snap a picture. Remember, we do like to take pictures when we go different places. Almost forgot before. Tourist Discoveries. That's us. I didn't choose that. That just happens to be what comes on it. Alright, continuing. Gotta make sure you take your pictures whenever you're checking out new places, that's for sure. Let's scoot on over here. I wanted to go in between these two buildings. This is a good helicopter for learning. I'm getting better at this one. Eventually we'll graduate onto another one. Oh, definitely nice looking through here. Kind of meanders through some of these other buildings. Take a look at some of this other area. There we go. And I think we're coming over towards the common. It looks like it's got a lot of extra trees, and that's all right, whatever. We'll still get the gist of what we're doing here. I see the Prudential building way out there. We'll get to it.
Present altitude, expect vectors ILS runway 22 left approach.
I am not sure, but it would be kind of cool if Cheers was on here. We'll take a look on the street when we get over that way.
Contact Boston Tower on 128.8.
Here we are coming up on the common now.
Maintain present heading and altitude. Tower on 128.8 Brickyard 4456.
The shadows are making it kind of difficult for me to figure out if there's somewhere that I can land. In real life, there'd be plenty of places. Oop, I gotta sign back into my computer. If I get a little wonky here, that's why. It should more or less maintain itself here, though. Oh man! All right, hang on. Okay, there we go. That way I can see what's going on. All right. All right, so we're right over the top of the church. Maybe we, I think what I was saying before is in real life there'd be plenty of places to land. There's not this many trees. I think this is this like the I don't know what church it's called. I know that it's famous. I'm not a very good tour guide on this one. Boston, I know it. I've been in it a lot, but as far as, you know, what everything is called, I don't know. Another view there. Make sure you got your cameras out. You're taking nice pictures. Alright, so Cheers, the bar. I'm still looking for somewhere to land here. Anyway, it'd be over here on this street, right up alongside. My guess is that we're not going to see it, but we'll find out. I mean, this stuff looks kind of like New York did yesterday, and we're going to get a better look. Apparently Times Square is going to be a much better look than yesterday with all that post-apocalyptic melted cars and what have you. Let's see if we can even get in here with all these trees. Yeah, it smacked us. Alright, it killed us. So, nah, I'm not even going to try anymore on that. Too many trees. No biggie, though. Alright, we'll just continue on with our trip through the city. We're not going to spend all day here in Boston. We're just getting a nice look. It's definitely looking good. Is the Prudential building. I don't know if, I wonder if we could land on, probably not. There's a big old tower on top of it, but we will still head on up to the top. And while we're up here, whoop, we will do a turn. And we'll take a picture. Make sure you gotta get your pictures with all the fun places, right? This one here kind of looks down. There we go. I gotta get better at these full-on turnarounds. Alright, so we're gonna kind of come down in between these two buildings. I think it's like the Christian Science Center or something down there. I don't necessarily remember that water though. It's been a while. And we've got to make sure we head over to Fenway Park and see that. Which should be... Look on the map. Let's just double check. Get my mouse out. Fenway. Okay, just slightly to our right. Okay.
Climb and maintain 4,000 feet. Expect vectors. ILS runway. 22 left approach. American 278
Hello, all you Bostonians.
American 278 maintain present.
And I now see Fenway Park coming up just ahead. You also have the famous Citgo sign right out here. Hard to see, but it's there.
Maintain present heading and altitude. Tower on 128.8 American 278.
There's your Fenway. Fenway Park. Gotta make sure we get a photo. And I don't know about landing on it. Whoa, let's just, there we go. Let's get that picture. I don't know about landing on the facade like we did yesterday. Let me take a quick look here. This is... I know we can't land on the monster. We could land on the, you know, behind it. Maybe we can land up there. Let's go see. Alright. Alright. It looked flat enough. I'm just gonna steal one more picture from here, because I kind of like this view. Even though it's blocky. Alright. Okay, coming on towards the roof. Need to go a little forward, kind of drifting backwards here. There we go. A little more. Alright, there we go. Let's see, do we descend right through it? Oh, almost. Oh, nice. Okay. Let's get our picture, shall we? Hi! How are you? Let's not walk off the edge here. There we go. Turn around for our picture. Standing on the rooftop. I am good. Just flying around Boston, and then we're going to head to Providence, and then hopefully over to New York. Just for some fun. Checking out some scenery. And there's that Sitco sign.
Whiskey 5810 is type 1 mile northeast of tree 6 Mike Alpha 300.
For you Red Sox fans, it's a constant something that you see all the time on the TV. Let's see. So which direction do I need to go for Providence? It's generally south and a little to the west as well. Providence is down here. So, yeah, just basically due southwest. Okay. Easy enough. Here we go. Let's head towards Providence, and we'll say goodbye to Boston for now. We'll just look at some New England views along the way. Trim this out a little bit. There we go.
Climb and maintain 3,500 feet. American 1438.
If I pull this back a little bit.
American 1438. Traffic is 9 o'clock. 3 miles.
There's a lot of air traffic going on.
Report them in sight. Llama 1 Romeo Alpha. Llama 1 Romeo.
If there's anywhere that you want to see, just let me know. I'd be happy to detour, as long as it's not, 500 miles.
American 1438. Traffic in sight.
There we go. Oh. No, a little too much. Trying to get it just right. I am not real good at the helicopters. For whatever reason, I always stream when I'm doing something that I'm not very good at. So the helicopters, the bush planes. Earlier today, and I didn't stream it. I'm going to have to, or maybe I'll redo it. I did quite a extensive Victor Airway, VOR, and RNAV that I had to program. Waypoints. A 250-mile ride that went off. Also did it in the rain and the bad weather, and it was successful. I'll have to do it again and maybe stream it, because that's something at least that I know what I'm doing and I'm better at. See, as soon as you get out of these cities in New England, I mean, there's city after city, but it gets very pretty and more country-like.
American 1438 traffic alert. 10 o'clock, less than 1 mile, 600 feet, generic. Report them in sight.
I need to go a little more to the west too. We're headed just kind of due south almost. There we go.
Llama 1 Romeo Alpha Whiskey 5810 contact approach on 120 decimal.
I feel like I've got a lot of wind. This helicopter is not the best. Let me make sure that I've got a good weather preset in here, because boy, oh boy, is it rocking around here. Why is it not coming up? Come on, there we go. Whew. Oh yeah, no, yeah, 15 knots. I mean, change that out. Get rid of this. All right. Sorry if I was making you sick, but I didn't really want to fight the wind all day either. This is supposed to be for fun, not for so much on the realism side. All right, I think I got myself just about where I want to be. Okay. Yeah, this helicopter gets it gets affected by the wind. So as fun as that can be for practice and all that, that's not what my goal is at the moment. My goal is to just, you know, see. I grew up in the Northeast and I miss it, and it's fun to be able to fly around on here. I don't live there anymore. But it's nice to see it. I don't want to get up too high there. Okay. That glare is really annoying. I'm going to change that up too. By changing the time. About there. That ought to get rid of it. Oh, really? Are you kidding me? It's not as noticeable to me. Hopefully it's a little better for you. It is almost noon, so why not have, you know, even though we don't have the real weather on. The real weather, we'd be in the clouds, rain, showers. It's kind of crummy up there right now. To the west a little bit. You kind of get lost in the views sometimes. And I really don't know where we are or what to comment on either at the moment. We're just heading our way. Bring up our map, make sure we're making good headway. Okay, yeah. You're close enough to on it. Earlier today I also did an airline flight. That went off very well. Maybe I'll have to stream some of those. And some of the little workflows that I go through. The only thing is, sometimes they, you know, the Sims, they love to crash to desktop. I had one of those already today. Just on the airline flight early. And then I had another one when I was trying to set this up. It just said, nah, and crashed out. Thankfully, it hasn't done that in the middle of any of the streams. But I also haven't used any complicated aircraft either that would cause it. Yesterday, I did fly around New York City, but now we've got some nice scenery. So whenever we get there, it's going to be a while. You know, if you're watching this after it's not live anymore, feel free to skip ahead or whatever, just enjoy or come back. But Times Square is supposed to be, you know, quite fixed. There's supposed to be a lot more buildings. Things are supposed to look a little sharper. Not all of it. I mean, that's a big city to make look great. Be quite a download, but from what I understand, it's going to be very nice. Kind of like how Boston looked there. Boston looked fantastic for Xbox. It probably looked fantastic even if I was on a PC. That was great. And other than the overabundance of trees, this looks very realistic too for New England Northeast. Interestingly, this weekend in Providence is the Flight Sim Expo. We're heading to Providence in this. Now, I can't be there in real life. That's fine. Hopefully next year it'll be in Florida. Let's bring it down. Would have loved to go. But that's kind of a long way to go and a little expensive to just go kind of hang out for a few days. But if it's, you know, not too far away, that would make it a little more doable. Hopefully they'll stream some of the reveals tomorrow and some of the events. That'd be nice. I'm sure somebody will. It's a good old New England style shopping center. Trees all around and all right. It says Gillette Stadium's only 5 miles from here. Why don't we go ahead and we'll veer over to there. I knew it was not far. It's kind of why I leave these markers on, because it's hard to tell where anything is without me having, you know, the map out all the time. And while I know the map is right in front of me, I don't see that well. I've got a lot of eye issues. I'm actually sitting in front of a very large screen just to be able to see what I am. I can't make out any of the instruments. I'd have to zoom way in. That's why I have all these things on the bottom, so I can kind of quickly look. I can see, you know, my vertical speed, my altitude, the fuel level, the airspeed for an aircraft. That's pretty much what I need to know. Or for a helicopter, I should say. But Gillette Stadium, where Tom Brady spent many years. Now, is somebody here with me? Because that was super loud. This is where I am if anybody wants to join. Coming up on MA01. I don't know, maybe that's the stadium itself. Who knows? Let's zoom in. Oh yeah, it is. Look at that. So that's the helipad at the stadium. Okay. Alright, anyway, keep it back here so I can see what I'm doing and get rid of it. There we go. So, I mean, who developed the Boston scenery? Oh. On 2024, it's like the only one. It's USA City Pack. If you look that up, there's 4 of them that come up. One with Boston, Philadelphia, I think. A couple others. There's one with San Francisco. A couple things like that. If you do a search, you'll see it. It's like, I think the name of it was Scenery something or other. All right. right, coming into Tom Bradyville. Now, it sounds like somebody's right here. But I don't see him. If you're here... Oh, you're welcome. There's not a lot on the 24 marketplace, but when you get that, you also get it for 2020. So if you're going to do that, and like I play both, I would do it through 24, so you know you get the second. Actually, it might only be 2020 version anyway. I actually don't remember, but there's not many available. All right, here we are at Gillette Stadium. We will, we're just going to do a quick pass, I think, on this. There you go. But, I mean, it wouldn't be much of a New England tour if we didn't check out the Patriots and the Red Sox. I mean, that's the New Englanders love their teams, that's for sure. They only have one to root for. It's interesting too, like you think, you know, the New England Patriots, and everybody always thinks Boston. It's, you know, it's not really that close. It's kind of out in the middle of nowhere. I think one of my streams, I also want to take out a like a fighter jet and intercept others. Go say hi, what's up? You know, stuff like that. I don't know if that would annoy people or if they'd like it. I have no idea. But it sounds fun on my end to do that. And that could be... I might do that tomorrow evening. I'm not really sure. I'm actually going to do an airline flight tomorrow from Tampa to Bradley for my daughter. She's going to be doing that flight in real life in October, and she wants to see what that's like. So we're going to do one real time. It's going to take a little while. But she'll be watching on some device or another. Make sure I'm going in the right direction. I had a feeling, yep, okay, I gotta head a little bit more south than what I'm doing. Just a little, just a tad. Hello down there. Alright, I hear you again. But I don't... It doesn't show up on here. Oh, wait. There we go. I got you now. Okay. I hope you enjoy, you know, flying alongside, you know, checking things out. This is definitely a good run. Alright, I probably need to head a little more west. I do. Hey, there's a boat. Nice ship down there in the pond. Wonder if I go to the outside, will I see? Of course not. That's alright. I know you're close. But for whatever reason, I can't see you. So I guess we're flying in formation into Providence. Let me just zoom this in a little bit. Yeah, a little bit. I've been to Providence many, many times, though. I mean, quite honestly, to me, there's just not a lot to look at, though. I mean, the downtown area is pretty, but it's just kind of a weird place to hold the expo, I think. I mean, Boston's not that bad of a drive away for stuff to really do. But, I mean, at the same time, it is, you know, airplane based, and I know they've got some excursions going to the airport. And I think I saw something about that they can go up into the control tower as well, which is, that sounds pretty neat. So I guess considering that, why would you really need other things to do? You're there for the expo. But if you wanted to make a vacation out of it and stay longer, it's just, to me, there's just not a whole lot to do there. But whatever, we're going to go check it out. What is that out there? Hasbro Children's Hospital is 9 miles away. Isn't that in Boston itself? Not Boston. I think it's pretty close. I think that's about how far away Providence City is now. Okay. We'll be there shortly. I am flying the easiest helicopter in Flight Simulator 2024. The gimbal, I think. I forget how I don't know how you pronounce it, but it's good for learning, getting the hang of it, how the controls work. I wanted to get into it a little bit. I like all the aircraft. You know, the only thing I haven't tried, though, is the airship, the blimp. I just feel like it would just go too slow. I did try the balloon once. Fell out of the sky, didn't go back again. I should try that again, though. And another stream I'd actually like to do, possibly next week, is an exploration of all the futuristic type aircraft. Like the Joby, and I've got this... Atea, I'm not really sure how it's pronounced. Overfly Newport in Newport. Oh, yeah. I can go look for it. Let's see, we hit Providence, and then I gotta head east. Or south and east. I just gotta find it. That's the big thing. I wonder... I don't know if they're going to have the mansions, you know, recreated very well or not. But let's see, if I just kind of head this direction, Newport should be, oh man, where is Newport? I gotta remember. I know how to do that. I've got a computer right here. Let me pull up a map. I'm going to get a little wonky here while I try to do two things at once. Newport, Rhode Island. Map. Because, I mean, I'm sure you could tell me, but it'd take me forever. Okay, that's what it looks like. There we go. Zoom back, zoom back, zoom back. Wait, oh, okay, just directly south. So Newport is, Newport is, Sorry, I'm like going back and forth here. Underneath Fall River. Okay, I've been to Fall River a lot. Newport is down underneath, right in between. So like right in here. Right through here. Okay, easy enough. All right, I've kind of gotten off track here. Let me go to Providence first, and then we'll go to Newport. So it should be a little more to my west to get into Providence. There we go. Oh, there. Back, I'll use Hasbro as my guide. Oh, you're welcome. I was actually thinking about going to Newport anyway, so, but I wasn't sure. You gave me the motivation to look up exactly where it was, because every time I've been there, I just kind of would follow GPS. Didn't really pay attention to exactly how I got there, like which direction. And if anybody's going to Flight Sim Expo, that would be a good short drive to do. I mean, I don't know what anybody's doing, if anybody watching is going to it or what have you, but that could be a nice thing to go check out Newport. Go to the beach, check out the mansions. You can walk around. All right, here we are coming into the city. Oh, let's see. One thing I always like to see on I-95 right near downtown Providence is this exterminator building with a big blue bug on top, which you see in Dumb and Dumber as the Harry and Lloyd go driving off for Denver. Or, it's not Denver. Where are they going? Aspen or whatever. Wherever they were going. I think it was Aspen. I wonder if it's on here. But here's, some very pretty scenery. I think they did a good job. This is not a scenery pack area. So this is just, I don't know, maybe they've got one, but I do not have one. But if I can find I-95, I can at least check and see. And that would be right over here, I believe, if they've got the little blue ant. And my controller shut off, so I kind of... Alright, so the blue ant building... I lost track of myself here a little bit. Which direction am I facing? Alright, so it would be right over here, I believe. That building just right in front of me. I don't see anything that even closely resembles it. I might actually be in the wrong spot anyway. Let me pull up the map and get a better look. Oh, okay. No. It's a little further out. Okay. And I'm probably on a wild goose chase for it anyway. I have no idea if it's even in here. Yeah, I don't see anything. Yeah, that's okay. One more sweep back to my right, and then we'll head over towards Newport. Just to make sure. I am now looking... yeah. But anyway, that's Providence. Not a whole lot to it. But it's pretty. Alright, so let's see. Newport was to the south. So why don't we go ahead and bring up the map again. Make sure I know exactly what I'm going to aim for. Oh, pretty much due south. Okay, so if I follow along the water, we'll get there. Okay, here we go. Some speed going again. This is not a very fast helicopter, but I mean it provides for nice flight seeing, I think. Don't really want to rush that anyway. Oh, that's right. Kind of got rid of my trim when I stopped back there. Let's trim this back up. I need to get it, yeah, right around 60-ish. Maybe even up to 70. Holy cow. Okay. And we got a nice speed of 90. That's not too bad. And after we go to Newport, we will start heading towards New York. I mean, it's a trip, you know. It's not a short one either. But it should provide for some decent scenery. We'll go across several little cities along the way, little towns and shore villages, that sort of thing. Oh wow, this thing's actually up to 98. I think I might be overdoing it, but that's okay. It's a sim, and we don't actually have to buy the helicopters, so we're good. All right, this airport at 10 miles, Quonset State Airport. Is that by chance a marker I can use? Let's see. Is that you? No, that's Castle. Okay. It's not you, right? Oh, it's this one here. Okay. So if I continue and hit that, and then we'll be in Newport right after. Okay, very good. Just needed something to aim for. And we'll double check my map as well, yes. Oop. You can tell when I look away. Yeah, okay. Want to make sure I move my controller every now and then so I don't get cut off. And let's get the speed going up again. New England is very pretty in the summer. but my memories of it in the winter are just cold, wet, and blah. So I'm kind of glad we're doing this with summer looks. And for anybody who likes to go out and just leisurely fly, this is a great route to do, really. It's, you know, we're going to do the shore. It's the Long Island Sound, not my favorite, but we're going to do the shore. As we go along Rhode Island, it's still the Atlantic. See little towns. I see some barges down there in the waterway. Wow. Now, this is still very pretty. This simulator definitely delivers on the scenery. You know, it gets wonky when the internet gets down or when their servers get a little funky. But wow, this really throws me for a loop trying to keep the altitude steady. The sky and the water, they kind of blend together for me. But yeah, when their servers aren't acting up, everything's good. And I know they're going to fix more. They can't help but fix more. And I have also downloaded a lot of assets. That helps, but it takes up a lot of space. Like 500 gigabytes, I think I have. Maybe 400. 400 to 500 for 24 alone. Oh, you're welcome. Are you the one coming along? Is that you flying along? If I could fly everywhere that I wanted to, I don't have enough time to do that. I wish I could. There's so many places in this world that I'd love to do this. But I was feeling a little nostalgic, going back to where, you know, the area where I grew up. So that's why I'm in the New England area today. But my dad asked me to fly him over Clearwater, Florida. So I may have to do that sooner rather than later, too. Like from, well, Clearwater, St. Pete, Tampa area, anyway. So, Quonset State Airport. There's a lot of weird names in New England, too, like Narragansett, Worcester, or as they would say, Worcester. Let's see, so South County Hospital, huh? I use that, or I feel like I need to go more south than this. Let me bring up the map and double check. Yeah, no, I need to go a little more to the left, because Newport is down in here. In fact, if I click on that, will it even say? Oh, no, it's that Castle Hill, but that's where I want to head to now. So, let's see, U.S. Coast Guard Station, Castle Hill. That's my next... hit that, and then we're in the Newport area. Bring up that map again, double check myself. Yeah, right in the center. Whoop. And double check. Yeah. That should be more or less. Okay. It's a good spot to continue on the coast as well, since it's right there, right? Yeah, we'll just hang a right and just follow it. Maybe, I don't know if I really want to go all the way out to Block Island. I don't really see the point. It's kind of way off. It's just, you know, it's more New England. It's fun. If you're doing a flight on your own, sometime, by all means, you know, head out there. There's an airport, you can just spawn there and fly around too. It's not necessary for you to have to fly to it. That's actually where I left from today for my VOR RNAV flight. I did that in real weather though. That's how I know that the weather's just not good for flight seeing up here. Not today. That's why we're using the VFR or whatever preset I put in there. Let's see, so the Breakers, I'm trying to get an idea of the Breakers Hotel is right on this little L looking piece here. So if I zoom in, I want to head over to the 75 RI, so right over this way here. Kind of wonder if that's be interesting if that's a helipad for it. No, I don't know what that is. But that's the area where the Breakers Hotel is, so we'll head that way. Get rid of this. There we go. And let's head back down a little bit lower. Kind of got a little off track there with my altitude while trying to figure all that stuff out. Okay. Oh, hey, the Breakers shows up now too. It might have already before, you know, in all honesty. I just didn't see it. I didn't expect that it would show up on here, but I guess it's a point of interest or something. The view is messing with me again, keeping the altitude. That's why I've got those things on the right-hand side, so I can use them if I need to. But most of this is just visual. All right, here we come. And you can see it's not, you know, that far even in a car to come out here. I mean, to be fair, summer you could run into a lot of traffic though. You wouldn't be the only one coming to check it out. I feel like no, I am zoomed back. Okay. So if they've got it as a point of interest, I'm going to guess, hopefully, they have it so it looks nice too. I mean, so far, honestly, it looks kind of a little bit more like generic. Nevertheless, here we are, Newport. Huh. Sorry, I got lost in the scenery for a minute there. Easy to do. So out in this area here, you can drive out to the end of some of these roads and just kind of wander around. There's little pathways that go down along the shore. So there you go. There's the breakers. That looks good. And we'll just kind of continue on our way. I don't want to ruin it by landing in there because it'll look like it melted. The other buildings, though, they look generic. And that's okay. Either way. Out to our left is the Atlantic Ocean. Oh, that's actually kind of cool. The rocks on the building there. Or around in the yard. It's a very expensive place to live. Oh, it's better than you... Whoa! I'm looking down. It's better than you thought. All right, cool. I'm glad you enjoyed that. I'm pretty certain I'm heading in the right direction right now. Yep, okay. We'll just kind of follow the shore. Continue on our way. We will go through, I think we're going to be a little too far away, but we'll be by Foxwoods and Mohegan Sun, the casinos. You know, if I happen to see a marker or see them in the distance, maybe we'll take a run over. I'm not going to go out of my way to go looking for them. Here's a Coast Guard station up ahead. We may as well overfly that. And I see it says Beaver Tail Lighthouse Museum. So we'll scoot on over that too. If you really want to see lighthouses, though, Maine's the place to go, and maybe another day. This is quite the golf course. As long as you maintain a decent altitude, I'm probably a little low, but still not so bad. Things come in very nicely. All right, let's head over towards the Lighthouse Museum. I don't know if I don't know this place, like, you know, in real life, I don't know. But we'll see. Maybe there's an actual lighthouse there. So that Newport area too, that's just the sim. That's not a scenery pack or anything like that. That's just what it looks like. Same thing with Providence. Boston scenery. Providence, that's just what it is. I'll try to keep looking for landmarks along the way. I don't want to just mindlessly drone on towards New York. I'll watch my fuel too. Well, the fuel's fine. Oh, it looks like it is a lighthouse. Usually when they have a intentional whoa, gosh, when I zero out, it loves to do that. But there's your there's a lighthouse. I think that's worthwhile taking a quick look. Beavertail Lighthouse Museum. It's a decent look. If I get too close, though, it's going to start to look all kinds of melted. So we'll just keep on going. Retrim. Whoop, maybe a little too much. Right about here ought to do. Okay. So it says South County Hospital. I don't know if that's really much to look at. So we'll just kind of... Yeah, we'll kind of head right about like so. There we go. Like to get a little more speed here. Come on now. Now, for somebody who's never been up here, I'm sure this scenery looks fantastic. And if you're going to that Flight Sim Expo, go out for a ride. Go check it out. Oh, don't want to get any higher than that. Trying to get used to how to control the altitude and everything else, working everything just right. Rhode Island is the smallest state in the U.S. So it won't take us too long to get on out of it. We should see some beaches soon. Yeah, okay. See them down there. Let me get my bearings here. This should be about the end of it. That's CT, that's RI. So yeah, Rhode Island, Connecticut. So that's about where our line will be. Okay. Pop back out of that. Okay. I bet it would be interesting to, living in this area, to have even a small boat to kind of, go around on all these different little inlets, out into the ocean when you can. They get some very, as they would say up here, wicked storms. So you'd have to watch out. Okay, we're coming up towards Charlestown Airport. Okay. I have no idea where that is. I'm sure I've been in the area, but I don't remember it. I think I'm gonna use the helicopter in the in some of that Alaskan stuff I've been doing. I know I said that yesterday, but I really think I would enjoy that. The speed is about not much different than what I was doing in the that experimental, and I can land it in more places. The only thing is the ceiling of this helicopter is not going to go up to the top of those mountains. And I'm not good with the other helicopters yet. But whatever. Can't learn if I don't try. Trying to see what this is. Oh, Westerly Hospital. All right, so Westerly, Rhode Island. Okay. I do know where that is. Nice leisurely flight over Rhode Island at the moment. So we left Boston. Let's see, how long ago did we actually take off? Just an hour and 10 minutes ago. We tooled around, checked out some stuff, went over to Providence, Newport. Now we're headed down the coast. My favorite aircraft? I don't have one. And I like too many of them. I like the PMDG 737 and the 777. I like that P180, the catfish plane, or they call it the Italian. Is that what they call it? I don't know. Whatever. I call it a mustache plane too. I like the black square turbine Duke and the TBM. Anything that is more realistic when it comes to the flying side of things. When I'm just doing sightseeing, you know, I'm learning the helicopter. I can't say that I have a favorite. I can't say this is my favorite or anything. Or I'll fly like that double ender or the Wilga. They're fine for that. But I really like the realistic stuff. Anything that flies, though. Like, at the end of the day, if it flies, I like it. And I want to learn it. And I definitely like the scenery. When things look, you know, close to what you would expect, and sitting up against this big TV like I am, and it makes you feel like you're really there. I mean, sometimes I even get a little motion feeling. And I know other people, you know, they're able to have the big sims and, you know, actual motion stuff, and I'd love to have the VR, but Xbox doesn't support it, and I don't have a computer that'll do that. So one day, the Wright Flyer. I haven't even tried the Wright Flyer, but I mean, I would like to, and I should, just because of what it represents. But I just like planes, and I mean, helicopters are growing on me as I'm learning them, and I always have. When I was younger, I was able to take flying lessons, but that got super expensive, and I wouldn't be able to do it now anyway with my eyes. I wouldn't trust it. You know, I can't bring a magnifying glass on the plane to see the controls, but I've just always liked them. Oh, there's a little car down there. Cool. Actually, when I was doing the flight lessons, the cross-country flight checks, and I didn't get to it, but they were actually to come to Westerly. Something in Westerly, and then I think there was another one to Block Island as well. I'd have to see what it was. I might actually be wrong about Westerly now that I think about it. It's been several years. Oh, goodness. I wonder how many years it's been. I got to think about this, too. Wow, it's been like 20 years. Well, the sim here, it satisfies the want, though. It's all fine. Let me take a look at that map again. Oh yeah, we're making decent headway now. Moving right along. go. Stonington Air Park. I think Stonington is actually Connecticut, so that should be how close we actually are now. I see Groton. Oops. Groton, New London. That is definitely Connecticut. So we are about to say goodbye to Rhode Island and hello to the next state. This will be the third state on this trip. New England is the states are so there's you could drive for a few hours and visit so many. You go from New York. If you left from the city, drove across Connecticut, it's like 100 and I forget exactly. But call it, you know, if you had like no traffic, it'd be like two hours. Call it, okay. And then Rhode Island is like an hour. Go up through Massachusetts, where we started in Boston. It's not much further to New Hampshire. Then you can be in Maine like 10 minutes later. It's crazy. I haven't done VATSIM because I don't have a computer. Us Xbox users get, the short end on all of that stuff. I think it would be nice. It would certainly make it more immersive and make it so you actually have to do a little more, especially with the talking side of it. It looks fun, but I have no first-hand experience on that. Just the little bit of communications we did with my lessons. I actually flew out of for them, it was a non-towered airport, so it was mostly just announcing and then very little otherwise. So even that side of things, there's not a lot of experience. All right, Stonington Air Park. So I wonder when we get towards Groton if they've got the sub base or the Coast Guard Academy is in New London, which is just on the other side of the river of it. Not this that you see right in front of us, but up ahead. I'm trying to make out the numbers. Looks like it's somewhere around close to 8 miles away. And I can't really see. There's just too many things all together. I'm going to leave them up, though, to see what's actually up there. I mean, they've done a good job with making New England look like it does in real life. I mean, minus this trees are just. I think I saw something that you can get that'll reduce the number of trees, but I haven't seen any reviews on it. I don't know if it really does anything to speak of. Oh, sorry, I'm just trying to figure out exactly where we're at. It says Lawrence and Memorial Hospital. Nope, don't know nothing about that. Getting a little low. I'm going to raise my altitude just a little bit. If I knew where I-95 was, I could tell you right where the Coast Guard Academy is. I think it would be neat to see it from the air. Let's see if I bring this up. Zoom in. Oh, 95 is above us. Okay. I don't really need to go quite that far out of the way. Be right about in this direction. It's like right here. The Coast Guard Academy. Whoa! Right here. Not worth a huge detour. It would have been fun if we were going by it anyway, I guess. What's that say out there? Plum Island Heliport out on the left there. Huh, interesting. This helicopter's just a little slow to be going all over the place though, so I'm good. Alright, so Groton, New London Airport. Okay. Just another little one. Almost looks like there was another runway there, but then it, you know, went away.
Llama 1 Romeo Alpha,
Whoa.
Whiskey 5810 is type. 1
I
mile
hit something.
northeast of Groton,
Didn't mean to.
900 feet. Request flight following.
Lost like half my altitude just by bumping into something. That was fantastic.
Squawk 5044. Llama 1 Romeo Alpha, Whiskey 5810.
Alright, so this is this the Connecticut River? No, that's New Haven. I don't remember what this river is.
Roger.
Either way,
Llama 1 Romeo Alpha, Whiskey
here we are.
5810.
I don't know if that's the college, because UConn has a New London location, or if that's the, or if this is the sub base there. I don't know. Either way, that was pretty neat. And the Global Development Facility, don't know what that is. No clue. But there it is. And clearly that is Lawrence and Memorial Hospital in New London. Not very big. Alright, let me just fix the map a little bit here. Zoom out, bring it down. Okay. So we can head this direction. There we go. Would be a pretty neat job to have this be what you do. Take people on flight scene tours in a helicopter or in an airplane. I'm impressed that the sim is able to hold up as long as it has been lately too. Doesn't seem like that long ago when it was crashing every 5 minutes, it seemed like. Although I don't know what career mode is like. I don't really do that anymore. I tried it. It just seemed like kind of a disaster and a lot of effort for nothing, really. Like, I mean, I get the idea of doing missions, but, you know, you can make your own. This is my mission. Go from Boston to New York and see some sights along the way. Oh, we got another point of interest up ahead here. Middlesex Health Primary Care. Okay, very interesting. Yay. That was my sarcasm. Not good at it, but that was it. We'll just keep on going down the New England coastline. Mile Creek, huh? I don't know what that is, but that's another. Looks like a. I think it's a helipad. I'm not sure. Can't really make out the color. My eye issue also has me. Sometimes colors just they look the same. It's not colorblind or anything like that. Not technically, anyway. If you heard that noise, that was a dog. That was a real dog. That was my dog. He might be barking at thunder. I have no idea. I have the headphones on and I'm talking. I can't tell if it's raining, thunder, and whatever out there. Flown a long haul flight? I guess. I did the Concorde because I didn't want it to take forever. From London to New York. That was fun. I've wanted to do some more, but you know, there's not a whole lot to do in between usually. But that's why I've been learning more on the whole how to get around by radio navigation. Because then it would give me something to do the whole way. So I could fly, you know, far, and have to tune in different stations and do things manually. I mean, a lot of the times when I use the airliners, I also hand fly them up and at least partially down. Depends on what I got to do. Just because I don't want to just watch autopilot, you know, do it.
Alpha Whiskey 5810, contact approach on 124.075. Good day.
At least it's not talking constantly over me.
124.075 for Llama 1 Romeo Alpha Whiskey 5810.
It's like I know that a lot of the tutorials that I would watch when I was learning this would always say, "Oh, once you get off the runway, hit autopilot," and then, you know, shut off lights and do a couple other things. But that's just not fun to me, to push a button. I mean, there's some satisfaction in programming in a flight plan and having the computer follow it, but I kind of like to just turn on the flight directors and follow that. And it helps because sometimes when you're flying those planes, or any plane for that matter, things just stop working. There's a glitch, or maybe you mess something up. Who knows? Whatever the reason. And then, you know, what are you going to do? Just cancel the flight and end it? No, that actually happened to me yesterday. I'm not even sure. I think it might have been because I was still on the beta. I saw something about, and they just fixed it, that the beta autopilot wasn't working, I guess. I didn't know that. So I started, I was like, what the heck? And I just ended up, you know, flying it myself. I mean, I used, the autopilot was good enough to do like heading. You know, I hand flew it up to cruise, and then I set the altitude, and then just use the heading until I got to the descent. And then I managed the descent while using the heading, and then hand landed it, and it was fine. And that I find more satisfying than pushing autopilot. So that's a very long answer about the long haul flights. So I want to get better at all the technical stuff and be able to do it myself, so there's more to do. Or find a good book that I can read while on the long cruise portion of it. One or the other. I guess that would be all right too. Sometimes I'll do flights. I'll be like, go on. Maybe it's like a 40-minute cruise or whatever, because I don't do very long ones usually. And I'll watch, YouTube videos, especially ones about real-world flying, or more in-depth tutorials. There's good streamers. I'm doing fun, but there are ones that are, airline pilots and that sort of thing. So you want to try to catch their streams or their videos that get into the technical aspects of it, where they take their time. There's one in particular, and I'm not going to give anybody any free advertisement. They're fine, but there's one in particular that does a lot of flights and just kind of rushes through things, most of them. But then every now and then he'll do a full, very long, drawn-out explanation of every aspect of some of these study airliners, like the PMDG planes, or the Black Square, and really get into what all the different systems do. And that's where you learn stuff from somebody who knows about them and is taking the time to go over it. I wish I could do that in my streams. I don't know as much as they do, and it'd just be silly for me to try. But I will do some videos where I do at least my workflow. I think we're over I-95 now. Oh, maybe not. I'm going to take a look. I've traveled I-95 way more than I care to admit. But yeah, yep, we're over 95. Oops. As a truck driver, especially, but also still as me. All right, let's see, what do we got up ahead now? Oh, just another hospital, Guilford. So we're getting in closer to New Haven then. And if they've done that any justice, that should be a quick but interesting city view. I don't want to get too caught up on following I-95, so I'm going to not going to veer too left, but I am not going to, I don't want to just follow a highway, especially one I've driven too many times. There we go, we'll stay about like so. Griswold. I don't remember Griswold. Oh, YNHH. Yale New Haven Hospital. Oh, okay. I don't know why I didn't catch on to that sooner. That's just 8 miles away. And I've been there. I worked on an ambulance in the area. I won't say which one or anything like that, but in the area and in a city in the area, and I've been to that hospital as well, so okay. That would be more like 25 years ago. Continuing along the way. Yeah, when I get silent like that, I'm just getting lost in the scenes. After we hit Yale or New Haven, the cities come fast and quick. I think the next one after is Bridgeport. Can't forget about Stamford, WWE headquarters. Oh, Yale New Haven Hospital, Shoreline Guilford Hospital. So that's not the main hospital. I see now. So we're not quite there. Still got a little ways to go. Not much. I could swear that Guilford was just on the other side of the river from New Haven. Let me see. This should probably be New Haven here. Tweed, New Haven. Okay. Oops. Okay. Yeah, let's stick to this general direction then. I don't have to follow the shoreline exactly. Take forever doing that. Okay. This would be a very beautiful day in New England. New England summers. Usually, I mean, they can get hot, but usually it's not too bad. Not like, say, Arizona. Or even areas of California or Nevada. Southern Nevada. Let's see, what's that say? Medtronic. Nope, don't know what that is. Medtronic Robotics. I'm sure it's interesting. But it's just a helipad. Let's see, Yale, New Haven. Alright, the actual Yale, New Haven hospital is 13 miles ahead. And something else, I can't quite see it. I don't know, whatever. Oh, that's okay. No, thanks for watching. It'll be there later. If you want to pick it up later or watch another one, have a good afternoon. Or morning or evening, wherever you are. I swear, I wonder, it must be thundering here. I don't know. The dogs are going crazy. Let's see if this is a good direction to continue. Yeah, it's not bad. Go through the city and come down. Is this Bridgeport here? Probably. Let's check. It doesn't say Bridgeport or not, but that's probably what it is. Okay, no biggie. Oh. I can't believe I've got the patience to do stuff like this. I mean, I guess that means that you like what you're doing and like the hobby. That's why you do it. I'm also excited to see what New York will look like compared to yesterday's stream, where it looked like, you know, the place had been part of a nuclear holocaust. It's supposed to look a lot better. Boston looked great. Really, Providence looked fine too, as did Newport. And so far, the coastlines and everything have looked good, with the exception of the extra trees. But it's not that big a deal. The extra trees are only a problem, you know, when you try to land somewhere that they're not supposed to be or whatever. I think we're making pretty decent time. Go check out New Haven. I don't know if Yale is going to be represented on the sim or not. We'll find out. I don't see the college itself listed. I see Sikorsky out in the distance, their helipad. That's interesting, since we're in a helicopter. Interesting fact, my great-grandfather, I think it's my great-grandfather, had a patent on a helicopter and worked for Sikorsky. All around the time that Mr. Sikorsky came out with his helicopter. Very convenient. And I can prove it. It's on the patent office. It's got his name on it. And who he worked for. No recognition, of course. But that's alright. Wouldn't have mattered anyway. It's not like you get paid just because. When you work for someone, you get to have the recognition on the patent itself, but that doesn't mean that you get to you get any of the royalties or monies or any of that stuff. But it is an interesting thing. Alright, here we are coming into Yale. Or into New Haven. I said Yale, but I meant New Haven. There's an interesting building right down there. It's a little fuzzy, but it's still pretty neat. Let's see. So we'll just kind of take a swing by downtown and check it out and continue on our way. Interesting factory there on the right. Well, straight ahead right-ish. This is, let's see, I-91 beneath us. So Yale is like right here. Pretty much, but I don't know. I guess I just don't know it well enough to be able to definitively point it out. But this is New Haven, either way. This is probably it over in this area here by this greenery. We'll just say that. Pretty sure. And then there's the hospital. So this is the great grand New Haven. All right, let's continue on our way. Another city in the bank. And I'm going to stick a little bit closer to the shore now, I think, too. Crossing back over I-95. I'm going to go at sort of a little bit more of an angle. Not directly into the Sound, but that is the Long Island Sound on our left. So on the other side of it is, of course, Long Island. So I know I said I wasn't going to follow 95, and I'm not. 95 just happens to be going in our direction this time. And those should be the railroad tracks underneath, just to the left of the highway. Is it? Looks like it. And that would be the Yale New Haven commuter line from Metro North, if that is indeed the railroad tracks. Maybe that's just another road. I can't tell. Wherever the railroad tracks are, it looks really weird to me. But anyway. Alright, moving along. What do we have in the distance? I still see Sikorsky, Bridgeport something. Bridgeport Hospital is 9.5 miles away. A lot of hospitals. I guess because they have, you know, the helipads. Makes sense. Could run a lot of medical missions. You know, I was talking before about the whole career mode and make up your own. Spawn at a hospital and run a rescue mission and bring the person somewhere. Pick a spot. Use your hometown, you know the area. Fly to an accident scene or something else. Land in the middle of the highway. Or in a parking lot or whatever. You can use your imagination to do a lot. I-95 gets a lot closer to the shore now. Oh, we should go through Westport. Maybe we'll see Katie from, what is that? Oh, man. No. What is the name of that show? Holy cow. Getting old is not fun. Something Family? It's not Modern Family, because that's totally different. That's California. Somebody out there watching is going to know exactly what I'm saying and what the show is. I can picture it in my head. It's right on the tip of my tongue too. Yeah. It's going to drive me crazy until I figure it out. American Housewife. There we go. I figured it out. Yeah, one less thing to try to figure out. You know what they say, as you get older, it takes longer to remember things because there's just so much stuff you have to muddle through. It's like an overloaded hard drive. But at any rate, Westport is further south of Bridgeport, so we're not there yet. But we're coming up on it. Be interesting if they've created much of a city out of it. What is that? Is that... It's a horrible looking whatever that is on the right hand side of the highway there. Is that... Oh, I think it's an old... Oh, okay. It's like a railroad bridge of sorts or something. It looks a little bit better now that we're kind of over it. Like it's been rusted over and decayed or something. That's kind of sad. I don't know. Yeah, it looks like there's actually some buildings there, so, you know, good job on the simulator for making that. It's actually quite amazing how much is close enough to get by. What does it say? Merit Helistop. Oh, okay. I'm good. Alright, here we are in the Bridgeport area. Bridgeport, Connecticut. Yippee. Doesn't look like much from the air because it isn't. There's some, is that maybe a high school or a college track area to the right? I mean, I guess that's something. There's the minor league baseball team stadium right there in front of us. Here, I'll kind of dip. See it? There you go. But otherwise, you know, just a couple buildings. Good enough. Okay. Yeah, I did bump something. There we go. So, Sikorsky Bridgeport. I mean, I don't know if that's a Sikorsky plant. It's awfully small. And that's kind of interesting. Captain's Cove Seaport. That sounds interesting to me. I mean, really not much to it, though. It looks like a big warehouse yard. It's fine. Alright, so the next city is Norwalk. And that is ahead 9 miles, 9.5 miles. And we're getting closer to the New York area, so of course, you know, there's going to be more cities, there's going to be more towns, more populated. When we get to New York, we get to check some things out, see what we can find, see how the scenery looks. But this has been enjoyable for me, that's for sure. And I'm learning a little bit about the helicopter, how to keep it, trying to keep it at an altitude, not using any autopilot or anything. I mean, I have the rudder assists on because I don't have pedals, but I'd love to have them. But boy, they're expensive just for some pedals. That's silly. And really, if I was to get pedals, I'd need a chair that makes more sense, you know, not on rollers. I guess that's another high school down below us to the right. So it just adds up and adds up. Be awesome, but you know. Computer would be nice. Oops. It let up just a little bit too much. There we go. What is that? Like right in front of us. It looks, to me, it looks weird. Oh, it's just a lake or a pond or whatever. It looked like some kind of building, like a blue building for a minute to me. But I see what it is now. A little pond. Hello. I see Norwalk. I also see Stanford, some Stanford Hospital out in the distance. This WWE land. That's only 12 miles away now. Norwalk is 5. The city's just come fast and furious at this point. There's some interesting houses down below us, if you're looking. There we go. I was trying to make sure none of my things that are on were going to time out. Let's see. Did 95 find us again? Looks like a waste treatment plant below us. Yippee. We will not be landing there. How far away is Stanford now? 8? Just over 8 miles away. Let's update our map to reflect. Okay, there's New York is coming in. New York is a lot closer than Boston is now. Let's keep on going. It's now New York City shows up on there. There we go. Hope you can see the cars driving on the highway below. Very good views, that's for sure. Continuing, blah blah blah. Sorry, this is not much to talk about right now. It's just kind of like, I guess, if you go on a road trip in a car, long times where you just have nothing to say. But you can see Stamford starting to come render into the just in front of us here. Is that our there's somebody right over the top of us here? Hold on. Or is that ours? Is our helicopter going down? I've got plenty of fuel. Interesting. I mean, I knew I've been running it hard, and I've got, you know, where things will break. I might have to crash it. We'll have to see. I do have a flashing light. What is it? I have no idea what that even means. Well, here we are in Stamford, having an emergency of sorts. Couldn't tell you what kind of an emergency it is, but it's one nonetheless. Let's crash it. I'm looking for the WWE building, but I don't see it. This might be it. I'm not going to crash into it, but it's either that or maybe it's this one right up here. Nothing says it though. Or maybe it's this one? I don't know. Alright, either way, we're going to crash into a tree and see if that resets the issue. No? Really? It's heat. I got nothing flashing right now. Might have to end the flight and just pick it up in New York. I don't really want to do that, though, you know? Huh. See, this is what I mean. I just don't know enough about the helicopters yet. Try to recenter everything. No, that doesn't seem to do anything. Take a look around. I'm gonna try to figure it out. Did it really just stop? Are we good? Okay. Interesting. I have no idea. Maybe something was out of whack. I don't know. I'm gonna look it up after the stream is over. I'm not gonna waste my time on it right now. Go ahead and set up my trim again, and we'll just go with that. We're all right. I mean, I didn't have to crash it after all. I mean, obviously in real life we would have just set it down somewhere. But, you know, okay. Cool. I know I'm running it a lot harder than it's supposed to be, too. This is probably a little bit more in line with where it's supposed to be. Right about here. But whatever. Okay. Moving along. Kind of glad I didn't have to stop. Alright. Getting in closer. There we go. So we will follow the shore. We can head left a little bit. Follow this curve right on in. We'll come across the Bronx into Manhattan and check some things out. The first real thing we'll probably look at is Yankee Stadium. I don't know that the scenery has anything done with that, though. We'll find out. It's kind of a melted mess yesterday. Oh, that's quite the building down there. Holy cow! These guys, they've got some big houses. This is meant to be seen from a little bit higher up, though. Some of that's pretty bad looking. That's alright, though. Oh, these houses are okay, though. Oh, I think I see North Shore University Hospital, so that's over on Long Island there. So we're certainly getting there. That's off to the left. These buildings look kind of neat, too. Not so bad. I see a church down in there. Looks like another high school field. See the trees? You really think there's actually trees growing around the on the track itself? Come on. But that's all right. Let's see what's ahead. I don't know Jacob Medical Center. Don't know that one. An interesting spot for a, looks like an office building or something to our left there and down. And those trees are really, really all over it. It's alright. Let's see, what are we coming in on now? I can't really see. Might be just about into New York State too, if we're not already. That would be our 4th state in this stream alone. And if I had taken an extra 20 minutes, I could have had it be 6. But that's okay. All right, what are we coming up on here? I don't know what this is. We're definitely coming into the city, though. Starting to. So things should start to get interesting. And they're already interesting. I've been enjoying the scenery. Yeah, I'm not really sure where I'm at. Sorry. Interesting, though. Bring up my big map. Yeah, there we go. Well, we are in New York. I have no idea. Oh, that must be a beach. Interesting. So Yankee Stadium is... Oh, right here. Okay. So for where I'm... Oh, I didn't mean to get off track there. Sorry about that. But that's where we're going to head first to check out. And we're going to check out some sites around Manhattan again. But we have gone from Boston to New York with a lot of sightseeing and detouring and all that. It's been 2 hours and 16 minutes. You can see a lot in a very short period of time. Not sure, but I think that's the white stone bridge up ahead of us. It's way in the distance. Could be interesting to see how that looks. Oh, come on now, don't freeze. You don't want to freeze. That's no fun. So I'm going to go out on a limb and say we must be in the Bronx now. Way out. But it would seem that way. That was quite a flight from Boston into the city. See these trees? This is what we were talking about. We got trees that are like 10 stories tall here. I didn't realize that the Bronx was also the home of the redwoods. Definitely got to get that under control. Not bad, though. It's not the end of the world or anything. Let me check my map again, because I feel like I might be getting a little bit ahead of myself. I feel like... Oh, there it goes again. Let's try to fix that. I don't know why it keeps doing that. Oh, my bandwidth is low now. Isn't that nice? And it's not my bandwidth that's low either. It's the Sim's bandwidth. Alright, yeah, alright, I was more or less headed straight at it. Oh, there it is, Yankee Stadium. I got it right in my sights now. Okay. Let's go see if that looks any different. I don't expect it to. I think the changes should be in other areas. But we have gone from Fenway Park to Yankee Stadium. That's a rivalry trip. It doesn't seem to look any different. Did everything just shut off? That was super weird. Alright, anyway. Let me come out here, we'll swing around and take a look at it, and then we'll head into Manhattan. Well, I mean, considering we have a tree growing out of the left field stands, I'm going to say that it's not any better here. Nevertheless, okay, let's just, I mean, I didn't expect it though. I did not expect it to look any different. Alright, let's head into Manhattan and go check out some stuff. We'll go over to Central Park and see what we got going on. Lots of bridges here. They don't look overly exciting. Let me check out some of those along the way. I mean, Central Park is to the right a little bit. In the center window, but to the right. No, I do not have this down. This is not downloaded, so this is streaming in. Oh, come on now. And that could be why we're stuttering, too. Alright, we're coming up on the museum here. It seems like the sim is really having a hard time keeping up right now. We might have to come back another day. I don't know. We'll see. Alright, so I just saw the Plaza Hotel come in, and yesterday we stopped there, and it was super bad. It's like it just popped in. It'll be good. I mean, I've got to download it. I'd have to opt back into this the beta and then download it. I just don't want to. I mean, I might have to. The way that this is behaving, though. The Plaza, actually, it looks like maybe that's one of the things that got better. Let's see. Let's dip in here and find out. Yeah. No, that looks a lot better than it did yesterday. It almost looks like we could, you know, land right in there. Let's head over to Times Square. And I might have to just call it a day. I mean, look, we have been playing and flew over a huge area. All right, here's Columbus Circle, and yesterday that was a disaster looking too. See if the streaming was a little bit better. I mean, I see that there's a McDonald's advertisement there. That's pretty neat. Is that the Secret Life of Pets? Looks like it. Let's go. Wicked. Come down. This might be just a lot for it to try to render in, so we're gonna slow. All right. Oh man, it keeps just freezing up. This needs to be downloaded, I think. All right, we'll kind of keep. Oh, Xbox. All right. There's a lot. It looks like, you know, all these different signs are changing out. This is way better though. I think the stuttering is partly because of, you know, the sim and its streaming, and also because, you know, we flew in from Boston very slow and saw a lot of scenery. But let's see. It looks like, oh, there's a nice plane billboard there. The McDonald's. We got Flight Simulator on the right hand side. There's an advertisement for it. Let's why don't we go ahead and stop? Why don't we go ahead and land this thing right here on Broadway and check it out. Let it really render in there. Yep, right here in the middle of Broadway. Is that Taylor Swift? I saw Bud Light there, Coca-Cola. Squid Game? Are you kidding me? Alright. Hey! What you doing? Alright, let's see. Alright. So we got the Disney stores here. That's pretty cool. Forever 21. Mac. There's another Flight Simulator advertisement right here. Peacock Laid. Lion King. Another flight, Express. We got. Hey, don't mind us. We're just standing here. Is that Elon Musk? Who is that? I can't tell. Oh, it says Broadway too. We got TKTS, Netflix, Captain America. There's a recent advertisement. It says 941. Oh no, that's just an advertisement. Coca-Cola. We got Zootopia, I think. Is that what it is? We got another Flight Simulator. The Cher Show, new musical. 250 West 52nd Street. Okay. I mean, this is pretty cool. What else we got? Lots of Flight Simulator. Book your flight to Hawaii. I hear some horns honking. Alright, so let's see. TKTS. So that means over there should be, hey, 2025. And is that a Dunkin' Donuts sign up on top? I don't know. We're going to get closer. We're going to go walk down there too. But this thing was just a melted mess yesterday, and now the scenery makes it, like, you know, really cool to be at. Even with the stuttering at the moment, which is, I mean, that's annoying, but we all know it doesn't always do that. I think it's just because I've been playing for 2.5 hours with a lot of scenery to load. Let's see. So Mean Girls. You hear sirens going on in the distance. They mentioned Spotify. I don't like the stuttering though. I hate the stutters. Hate it. So we're alright. Our helicopter's facing south. So when we get going, yeah, that was Squid Game up in there. All right, and I'm pretty certain that's Dunkin' Donuts up at the top, right underneath the 2025. There's our McDonald's again. This is where the Disney store was, right? Yeah. See, it takes a second. It's actually, oh, I don't know what this is in front of me. I'm going to go around it. Even the cabs are better looking. They're not all melted. And that is Taylor Swift. Ugh. Got an Old Navy. And alright, why don't we just go ahead and get back into the helicopter. And we'll see what else we got here. Alright, let's go. Go up. I want to see if that is indeed a Dunkin' Donuts sign. And of course now it stopped. It went away.
Llama 1 Romeo Alpha Whiskey 5810.
Yep, Dunkin' Donuts. Ha!
Romeo Alpha, 300 feet.
Now that makes me
Request
want Dunkin'
flight
Donuts.
following.
Guess it did its job, huh?
Llama 1 Romeo Alpha. Squad
Alright,
tree,
so I
tree,
mean,
4 tree.
right now our
Llama
biggest
1
enemy
Romeo
is the
Alpha,
fact that we've been
Whiskey
flying for so long.
5810.
You know, 2.5 hours and so many different scenery-rich areas.
Llama 1 Romeo Alpha Whiskey 5810.
I've got to get this downloaded.
Contact 1 miles east of Juliet Romeo Alpha, 700 feet. Altimeter 29901.
Let's see, so there's the Flatiron Building. Let's go check that out. Yesterday, it did not look great. I mean, it was okay, but
3000 feet, altimeter 29901.
you can see the stuff has to really render in right now. It's having issues with that. So we're I'm not going to spend too much more time on this right now. Might do another flight from New York to Philly or something later. It looks better though. You know, it looks like the Flatiron Building there. So that's nice. And even the buildings right around us look much better too. Even though it's stuttering, we know that gets fixed. That's an intermittent issue. You know, they're fixing it. They're working on it, especially with Sim Update 3. I know they're really working on it. I just didn't want to be in it because of all the issues they were having. But supposedly yesterday, I think it was yesterday, they fixed like the autopilot issue. I'm gonna have to find out more if it's worth going in there. Again, I just want to go see the Brooklyn Bridge and then circle around. Then we're going to land at the heliport and call it a day. A very long day, but, you know, still nonetheless not bad. Used up 2/3 almost of our fuel. We started full from Logan Airport. Definitely got a lot of flying in today. Yeah, I've done an airline mission. I did my VOR flight. And then this long streamed one in the helicopter. I see Barclays Center, but well, that's another time. All right, Brooklyn Bridge, how you looking? Oh. There it goes. See, it had to render in. but it looks good. Looks really good.
Llama 1 Romeo Alpha Whiskey 5810, contact Philadelphia, approach on 127.6.
Oh, wow. Yeah, no, once it renders in, it's fantastic.
127.6.
All right, let's go land at the actual... Well, let me just take a quick look to the right. The skyline is... It's a lot to bring in, but no. All right, we're going to have to check this out again. Another day. Let's go ahead and land. Is there really a boat, like, going into the heliport? Okay, it disappeared. That was just weird. This is where I gotta get better. Approaching. The approaches are not an easy thing for me. And when it stutters like that, that is not fair. That is not fair, Microsoft. Come on now. Okay, somehow I managed to save it. Even with that major stutter. That was insane. Okay. Well, at least look straight, I guess, right? There we go. Oh. Being able to, come on, to gauge where I need to move the levers so I don't slam into the deck, but also don't go jumping back up in the air. That's where I'm trying to learn. The stutter will definitely make you work for it, though. Oof. All right. Well, we made it. Boston to New York. The scenery looks great. Just got to find a way to download it. So thanks for following. Thanks for the suggestions. We ended up in Newport thanks to a suggestion from one of you. So we saw, let's see, all right, so Boston, Providence, Newport, Rhode Island, New England coast down to New York City, and landed. Successful. 2 hours, 39 minutes. Have a good day, everybody. I'll see you next time.